Hi, and thank you so much for coming to InPut Global booth. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name's Brandon. I work for a company called Decubate. We are the world's first licensed European launchpad. Recently received the MiCA license. Outside of that, we have an infrastructure arm. So we work with companies that are looking to bring a token to market, whether that be utility token or security token. And we also have an incubation arm. So me personally, I work with a lot of founders, helping to grow and scale their business, and ultimately, issue a token at some point. Yeah. So that's kind of our realm.
Okay, great. And what makes you special or different from all of the other launchpads out there? I think I already know the answer, but
Yeah, I'm going to be very biased, obviously. There's some great platforms out there for sure, but the compliance is massive, especially in Europe. Being able to legally serve European users and projects, both on the B2B side, the project side, and also the user side, in a safe, compliant way, like that can't be beaten, right? There's no other launchpad as of today that has that. We have that. That adds so much credibility to our organization. And I know it's crypto, there are many people that still don't care about this, but it's coming. Regulation is 100% here. And I'm glad that we're at the forefront of it. So for projects and teams that really care about regulation, licensing, compliant, for long-term visions, not just building it for this year and gone next, we would be the perfect partner for sure.
awesome. And what kind of projects do you work with? You mentioned that you, of course, are MiCA regulated and you can help projects in Europe, but is it only European projects and what niches as well?
Yeah, good one. No, so the Europe is definitely the focus as a market. Naturally, it would be with that. But we work with companies everywhere. I advise companies out of Singapore, Hong Kong, Latin America, US space, Europe. Naturally, we have more in Europe. And then in terms of the verticals, I guess that's shifted over the years. Back in 2023, 2024. We were really heavy in AI, and obviously AI is still a huge industry now. But as I've just been speaking about it, on a personal level and guiding our incubation arm is real world assets. So RWA, work with some incredible projects. Zoth is here. Zoth, you probably have heard of Zoth.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of Zoth. Pratam and the team he's built. Pratam and his team, what they're building is incredible. I also have Decentral, Latin American-based invoice factoring company, incredible guys, revenue positive, doing some incredible things, crazy growth. Quite a few in the real estate sector, Panomo, green energy, so democratizing green energy financing, so people that are ESG focused, great company to get involved with. And many others. RWA is definitely I got a soft spot for that for sure.
Amazing. Yeah, we do work with a lot of RWA projects as well. Brickin is one of them, Monza is one of them, shout out to them. And it's funny that you mentioned Zot because it was the interview before yours. So stay tuned for the interview with Zot, definitely. And what are some of the challenges that you see that the founders are facing right now?
So I think it's definitely a consolidation of private capital and liquidity. I think this was always going to happen, right? And I've seen this compound over the years. So an example, it's much harder. A lot of VCs, a lot of that private liquidity, it's out of private market. So they're really focused on liquid plays, OTCs, or equity. So what that means is for the small size founders, the really, really early size founders, they're having to bootstrap more and more. And that creates a barrier to entry for starting a business if you bootstrap. If you don't have capital but you have an idea. So I think that's one of the biggest issues. And then obviously compliance. It's also vertical specific. If you're building in the RWA niche, like we talked about, like Zoth, for instance, or Decentral or Panomo, many of the other great ones, it's also going to be on the compliance side. So, we all have to answer to somebody, but the thought that having your entire business model is based on the regulatory body of the country you're deploying the asset in or offering the asset, I guess that's a bit of a scary one. But hopefully that will be more accessible in the future. I think it's obviously stable coins have proven that RWA is a use case for payment remittance and whatnot. So hopefully that goes to more asset classes as well. Yeah.
And finally, what are you most excited about until the end of the year for the market?
The Q4 bull run that we're all hoping for. Look, we've had a pretty strange summer. There's no question around it. Prices up. Retail volume down. There's a lot more fatigue. I don't know, but you work with a lot of projects at InPut. I know you guys are super well connected. There's definitely a level of fatigue that's been here, summer that I've not experienced for a while. quite demoralizing a little bit. But then we can see with what happened last week and then the Fed cut this week, there is like a spark of, okay, something's happening. So I'm most looking forward to my coins going up. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Brandon, for this interview. I am so happy to finally meet you in person because we've been talking a lot on Telegram and we are partners with the Cubase. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cool.